Just going to ask you to just take a moment to just be with yourself, perhaps closing your eyes or just lowering your gaze, whatever feels most comfortable for you. I just want you to just shine that torch of attention down into yourself. Just allowing yourself a moment to be with yourself, to just tune into the breath, to just come home to self. Just taking some slow, deep breaths and bringing yourself into this precious space. And perhaps just breathing in a sense of peacefulness, a groundedness and a centeredness. Just allowing yourself a moment of stillness by just stepping into the breath and settling into the space between the in-breath and the out-breath. And perhaps resettling back into that space between the out-breath and the in-breath. Just noticing how your body is, how you're feeling. And just breathe into any parts of the body or the emotions which are perhaps slightly uncomfortable. Just allowing them to just be released, just to let go. Just noticing any thoughts or distractions, anything other than just being here. Just directing that torch of attention into your breath. Breathing into those thoughts and just allowing that breath. Just noticing that flow of breath. Now that you've given yourself that bit of clearance and space, perhaps just beginning to consider the concept of gratitude. Just perhaps notice what gratitude feels like. Where do you notice it in the body? What thoughts arise when you consider the word gratitude? How does it make you feel? And just be curious, explore it just for a moment or two. And just begin to focus on the various things that we can be grateful for within ourselves, externally, the events or experiences that we've had, the people, the animals, nature, our possessions, our homes. Just notice what that conjures up in yourself. Just considering the gift of life and how amazing life is. That precious gift that you've been given birth to, that someone has fed you, clothed you, bathed you, taught you to speak and to understand, and how you've grown into the wonderful adult you are now. And even if there has been times when things have been difficult, that you are still present. Notice the various things that have created you into the being that you are today. Noticing your amazing senses, the gift of hearing. You can hear this meditation, perhaps you can hear the rain outside. The music, the sound of your own breath. Grateful for what we can see and the sight of vision, perhaps even the vision inside of ourselves. The colours, the wonderful things that are around us. That sense of smell and the things that we can smell. Perhaps the food that's cooking, the flowers. The various beautiful smells that sometimes bring back memories. That sense of taste and the things that we are able to eat that nourish and nurture us. And that concept of touch. Perhaps the gift of our heartbeat. That pumping fresh, life-giving blood to all our organs. And just thanking it, thanking our senses, thanking our body for all it does. Perhaps just thinking about life in general and how we are in today's world. The things that make our lives sometimes a bit easier or more comfortable. Our ability to flip a switch and a light appears. To turn on a tap with clean, drinkable water. To have warmth in our home, whether from a cover or a heater. A roof to keep us dry, and windows so that we can still see out, but protected from some of those colder and wetter elements. Access to various machines, the television and the washing machine, the cookers. All these amazing things that allow our life to just go by slightly easier. We have indoor plumbing and schools and libraries, hospitals and shops. And that wider sense of the world, who thinking about the thousands of people who have helped you to get where you are today, to have made all those machines, or for the people who have planted and grown and harvested the food that you eat. Perhaps you've even harvested it yourself. People who have transported that food to market. The people who make the roads and the railways, the planes, and keep transport running. The capacity to drive. And to have food and various possessions available to us. The people who allow the stores, the shelves, the packaging, everything that keeps our food safe, so that each and every day our bellies are full. How we can connect with people over the internet, through messages, through phones, through letters. The various things in our life that allow us to just have the wonderful life that we have. So just for a moment, contemplating your life and all aspects of it, and just breathing in that sense of gratitude. Notice perhaps your capacity to walk on the beach, or be able to play a sport or create the art, have the resources to create the art and express yourself in the way you wish, to play music, to have an instrument, to be able to read and have beautiful books, or to be able to write, perhaps to be able to sing and dance and all the things that can entertain us and uplift us. Noticing where all those things come from and that connection between us and people we've never met who've allowed us to have these gifts in our life. Perhaps the people we work with, perhaps to have a job, to be able to have money, to be able to pay our bills. And now just considering the people and perhaps pets that enrich your life, the people you do know, those who smile at you and cheer you on, those family, friends, acquaintances or colleagues, all the wonderful people in your life. Perhaps the generations back and looking at your ancestors and how you've come to be here. There is so much to be grateful for and looking for the good, whatever that is. Just notice in your body how that gratitude begins to fill our hearts and our minds, how it enhances our spirit and is uplifting. Just notice that feeling in your body, the thoughts that are arising, and how is your breath? And perhaps just noticing that you can find yourself feeling grateful at any time, whether that's with a thought, keeping a journal, just writing things down daily, perhaps counting on your fingers 5 things a day, which you are particularly grateful. And knowing that you can draw on this strength of gratitude at any point you so wish.